Hello guys, boys and girls, and today we are going to be taking a look behind the cinematics, well, just the recent one, and how I kind of do them. We're going to be looking at the mod I use, what it kind of looks like on the back end, and then we are also going to be looking at the editing program I use so you guys can just get a little window into what happens behind the scenes. But first, I did an interview with Kate and Yesnobody. They did that little skit that you guys saw in the cinematic. If you haven't, go check the cinematic out. Link down below. It'll be the second link. But anyway, go check that out. But anyway, I did an interview with them because they have done a plenty of the cinematics with me, and I thought that would be cool. So let's get into this video. Sit back, enjoy, get your snacks, and learn how I made the cinematic. So what experience do you guys have with working with cinematics or being in cinematics?
I mean, there's like a lot of coordination you have to do, and you gotta follow directions and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's pretty fun. Uh,
I've worked on like I don't know 2 or 3 cinematics with you, and it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, there's a lot of prep work that goes into it, and a lot of sometimes building and going on other servers and just kind of doing random stuff. But overall, it's pretty fun.
What are some of your favorite moments or parts about working with me on these cinematics or being doing stuff within the cinematics?
um, Definitely having a moment with Yesnobody by that tree.
I would have to say probably flying around on the Elytra was really fun in that one cinematic. It was absolutely epic flying around the Ender Dragon and just you capturing that. It was amazing. And then just honestly working with you, just making the cinematic is pretty fun in itself.
Thank you. Is there any tips or tricks that you have for people that want to make it in the cinematic or want to participate in the cinematic?
Build good.
I would say probably like I agree with Kay. Like make some epic builds. Like our house isn't anything too special, but I'd say the inside is more decorated than the outside. And I think that's what makes it count. And then I think overall just have a good standing in the community, and I
Yeah,
think we'll be
find
fine.
friends. Make friends, and the more connections you have, I guess. I don't know. If you have more friends, you're probably most likely to be known. So, Kay can come and harass you. That's all I have to add.
So one of the first things I use to keyframe everything, go in and do all the rendering for the cinematics and keyframe and do all the cool camera tricks is this thing called replay mod. Replay mod is available here. If you go down to the link below, I'll have a little tutorial where you can go and learn to download it and how to use it. It's a simple tutorial. It's not from me, it's from someone else. But if you guys are interested, this is the first step, kind of just behind the scenes, as I was saying before in the intro, and more of just the thing that enables me to do the cinematics. So if you wanted to do cinematics or you wanted to do cool things of your base, you need to get this mod right here. But otherwise, I'm gonna go into the mod. I'll show you guys maybe a little bit of the keyframing and just what it looks like behind the scenes. So once you have downloaded replay mod and you have got it set up and you know how to use it and stuff based off the tutorial link down below, you'll come into you'll sit in a world and you'll record like I did with my alt here. And then once you're done recording, you'll have basically this, where you can go into replay viewer and you can go and look at your replays. I'm not going to tell you guys how to keyframe or how to render or how to do that stuff. It's all down there in the tutorial. That'd be a waste. I'm just going to show you kind of like what it looks like behind the scenes. Anyway, all these little keyframing things right here are all different areas and times the camera will go, depending on how far I put the camera out. At what point in the timeline is how fast the camera will go. Obviously, for like keyframing, all you have to do is look where you want it to go and click the keyframing position. Pretty easy. I said I wouldn't do a tutorial, but I guess I kind of did there. Anyway, this is pretty simple. This is pretty easy. Like, for example, once I have all this done, I can say render camera path, and then I can click render, and it will render it and put it in a folder for me to go access at a later point. Once I've accessed that, it will take it and it will put it in a folder that I can drag basically and put into my editing program. That's what I was trying to say. Once it's in the folder, I can take it from the folder and put it into my editing program where I can do a lot more. But otherwise, guys, we're going to head over to the editing program and take a look at that. So once I get all the keyframes in place and I click render, it goes into a folder and then I can drag it to my editing program. Once I have it in my editing program, I line it up with the music. As you can see, a lot of these cuts are lined up with the spikes in the song and the beats, because I want to make the transitions actually feel like they're supposed to be there versus just, being there to be there. Anyway, this is kind of what the editing program Wondershare I use. I don't honestly use Adobe or Vegas, because it's just the features they have. One, it's not very user friendly. A lot of the stuff I personally had to YouTube or Google. With this, I've never had to YouTube or Google, so it's a lot more user friendly. But also a lot of the stuff in Adobe and Vegas I'm not using, so I don't really need that kind of stuff. But to each their own. You obviously could do this in one of those editing programs, but this is pretty straightforward with all the lower thirds. What I also like about this is it, unlike a lot of other not free, this isn't free, it's like $40 for a year, $60 for lifetime. Anyway, what a lot of these programs or these cheaper programs won't have is like layers, where I can layer the videos and the songs, and I can do a lot of the Vegas and Adobe stuff. But this has a lot of it. But anyway, you can see basically all the lines, all the editing I put in for the voices, for the skit right here. I'll show you guys here. Yeah, this skit right here that we recorded with K and Yesnobody. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty straightforward with the editing, and all you can do motions with this, with the text, with your logos, with pretty much anything. So I mean, for those curious, this is kind of just what it looks like on the back end. If you guys are interested in applying, link down below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something, or you learned some tips or tricks for your videos that you can use in yours. Otherwise, guys, thank you for watching, and peace out.